Let's now shift our focus to Sweden. You are hardly going to believe this, but in a shocking decision, Sweden has now granted a dangerous instigator permission to burn the Holy Quran. That is true. A man has been given the permission to burn the holy book of Islam near a mosque in Stockholm. You might think that only fascists burn books, but this is happening in a country that not only calls itself a liberal democracy, but gives lectures to the world on democracy. And to add insult to grievous injury, this comes during the Eid of the Hajj, ul-adha. How has this happened? Let's just get you the details. The man in question is 37-year-old Salvan Momika. And he wants to commit this inflammatory sacrilege for no sane reason. In fact, he says, and I'm quoting, "I want to protest in front of the large mosque in Stockholm, and I want to express my opinion about the Quran. I will tear up the Quran and burn it." That's what he said. So why has the police even permitted such insane vandalism? You see, an appeals court stepped in after the police's ban was challenged in court. The court passed a ruling saying that the police was wrong to ban the protest. In fact, the court said that the order and security problems, quote-unquote, referenced by the police did not have a sufficiently clear connection to the planned event. And so, the vandal won the judgment. But let's just remind you here, this was not his first attempt. And what was his agenda? In January, a right-wing extremist burned the Muslim holy book outside the Turkish embassy. And this led to weeks of protests, also calls for a boycott of Swedish goods. It also caused an uproar in Turkey and several other Islamic countries. The Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan slammed Sweden. This was among the reasons why Turkey has not permitted Sweden to join the NATO. Erdogan says that Sweden first needs to respect Muslims' religious beliefs and then talk about rights and beliefs.
Swedish government does not need to mention the rights and freedom to us. If you really do respect rights and freedom, first you need to respect the Turkish Republic or Muslims' religious beliefs. If you do not show that respect, I'm sorry, you will not see any support from us regarding NATO membership issue.
Swedish politicians have criticized the desecration of the holy book of a religion. But there are those who think that this is part of the right to freedom of expression. And so the question is, how can freedom of expression be extended to burning a holy book? The police clearly understands the repercussions. They have called in the reinforcements from across the country, but this is a dangerous inflammatory act that will provoke protests from around the world. So we wish to emphasize on these words that every religion must be equally respected, and that means respecting the testament of every faith. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.